and welcome to the Hedgehog Hollow. Today I have a new tool that I bought myself, and I bought the new Sizzix Big Shot Plus in Blush. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? With its pink and rose gold details, I decided I needed to treat myself. Well, there were a few reasons I decided to buy it, and so I thought I'd share with you those reasons. So it is a manual machine, and you'll know that I love my Gemini. So you may be wondering, why did I decide to buy a hand crank machine? Well, there are a couple of reasons. The first one are those beautiful Bigz dies that I bought a few weeks ago that you saw in that Sizzix Chapter 1 release. You can check out the link in that top right hand corner. You can't cut these in a Gemini, so yes, I do have a Vagabond, but hey, this one's pink, and so I was going to get this. So I could use it. Greg's saying, why did you need another machine? Well, it's pink. Of course I needed it. I also like the fact it's a little bit bigger, so I like the size of it. It was easy to put together. The handle doesn't come on. All you have to do is, there's a screw and a washer, and it comes with the Allen key, hex key, and you just screw that on. I got this at scrapbook.com. Of course, I'll add the links and everything in the video description for you, but I absolutely love it. I haven't used it yet. You'll see it's brand new. It even has all its tags and labels. So we'll snip these off. We're going to do a cut. And there's something else that I found from Sizzix. There was another reason I wanted to use it. We'll do this in a separate video, but they have this dimensional cutting pad. So this pad here has a ridge down the middle of it. If I turn it over, you can see here. And the idea is you can line up your thinlets dies, and you can see here this butterfly. It doesn't cut where that ridge is. I think you can also use it with Bigz dies. I'm going to do some experimenting with it, and then we'll do some videos. But what it means is you can kind of do these dimensional cuts. So I'm really intrigued by it. And being a Sizzix accessory, of course, it works best in your Sizzix machines. I will try it with the Gemini and things, and if I have success, I'll, of course, let you know how that works. But I wanted to try that, and as soon as I saw it was pink, well, you know me and pink. I mean, look at the pink hair. Of course, I had to have that pink cutting machine. You know it's going to go in the back and make a beautiful piece of decoration, and of course it's practical too. Plus, I like to have a backup. I mean, these electronic machines are great, but I die cut every single day, and it's just nice to have that backup if one of them breaks. So I went with this beautiful blush. So it is a scrapbook.com exclusive, I believe. So again, check out the link in the description below. You'll find all of those links. I'm going to open up this Tattered Butterfly, which is the Tim Holtz Chapter 1 release, as I mentioned. So I'm opening up this here, and these are these sort of old-fashioned dies, I suppose you would call them. So they're a steel rule die. So you can see they have a lot of dimension to them. And if you kind of put your finger on the foam, you'll feel that there's a cutting blade inside. Now, the reason to use these over those thinlets dies that lots of us use are the fact that they can cut much thicker materials. So you could cut this using thinner chipboard. If you still have grunge paper, if you remember that, you can cut that with it. It may even give us a list on the back here, but you can really cut some thick things with it. It doesn't give us here. It does have a project idea that says scan the barcode using the Sizzix app, and it can give you project ideas. But you can cut leather, you can cut chipboard, you can cut fabric, you can cut all sorts of materials with this that you wouldn't be able to cut otherwise. It has two really pretty butterflies in it. Now, all you need to cut this are the two cutting plates that come inside. So I should mention that with the machine, you're going to get two cutting plates. You get your adapter plates as well. So you've got a platform, you get your adapter A, and you get your adapter B. And if you're familiar with the Sizzix system, you'll know about the different sandwiches. You do get a full instruction sheet here that is very, very long. It goes all the way out. So you get plenty of instructions depending what you want to cut. Everything from thinlets dies, big dies, embossing folders, those thick texture plates. Every sandwich is pretty much covered in here. One investment that I think is worth getting if you work with the Sizzix system is they do something called the sandwich loaf, something like that. It's a keychain. It looks like a slice of bread. It's a really cute idea. And it tells you all the different sandwiches to work with your Sizzix system. Again, check the links in the video description below, and I'll have all of those linked up for you. I do have one. I couldn't find it this morning quickly, but I'll make sure that's linked up for you as well. So to use this, what we do, and it does give you the sandwich, I should say, on the back of the instructions as well. This shows you with the Vagabond because that's Tim's machine and these are Tim's dies, but it does also tell you on the back of the instructions if you want to know how it works. But I'm going to cut it twice because I have a project in mind. So you take your first plate, you put your die on top, and then we're going to put our materials. Now this is a panel that I made using Distress Oxides in a previous video. It's on black cardstock, and these are those beautiful new Distress Oxide sprays. So I'm going to put that on top, and then we're going to put our second cutting pad on top. I don't know about you, but it's always a momentous moment when I use a new cutting pad for the first time. And so I'm just going to slide this into here. And then you'll see it kind of starts to bite, that handle moves all on its own. And then we're just going to wind it through. It has a handle, you can just hold it on top. You can see it's pretty sturdy on its own. I don't have anything against hand crank machines. I do have some arthritis and things in my hands, so I generally don't use them. And I do a lot of die cutting, so that's why I normally use an electronic machine. You can see there all my little pieces come out, so I'm just going to swipe those to the side. And I want this little one out of my Distress Oxide. And you can see all the beautiful detail you get. And you get a very crisp cut with a steel raw die. So you can see there's our butterfly. And I did get some of the top one. I did cut a little bit off just because of the way I place my paper. But we have the big one as well. Just a little bit cut off there, but you would not notice at all. So we may use that one as well. And then I'm going to cut a second one. You'll notice a little bit my Distress Oxide came off on there. But again, you can just give that a wipe over with a paper towel and a little bit of water. That would come straight off. And it's really not going to affect anything at all. So that's that. And then I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to use this beautiful Tonic paper. I think it's called Silkscreen. Again, check all the links in the video description. And also we do sometimes have some exclusive coupon codes. Right now we have a Tonic one. If there are any scrapbook.com ones, we'll add those down the bottom for you as well. We always do have a Tonic coupon code, so check those out. And if it's not the February 2019 when you're watching this, you can check out a more recent video for the latest Tonic code as well. So I'm just going to wind this through, and you can see how easy this is. I'm really not putting much pressure on it at all. And we're going to pull this out. And I'm really not stressing these dies because this is just cardstock. And as I say, you can cut much, much thicker materials with this. So I now have my second butterfly. I also have the centerpiece of my butterfly as well. And I have another smaller butterfly. Now the great thing about this is that normally when you get steel raw die, it's very difficult for them to put into, details into it. But Sizzix with these, they did some wildflowers in this collection, and they've really got some great details into these butterflies and the wildflowers. They've managed to get some great technology together to get you really intricate details into these steel raw dies. And I'm going to mount this into a quick little project because the other day I did an alcohol ink pearl video. Now you're going to ask me, what do I do if these pieces get stuck inside of my steel raw dies? Well, that's really easy. You're going to grab your craft pick, and all you're going to do is you're just going to take your craft pick, and they just come straight out. You can see there, you just pop it inside. And it's just where the material gets stuck inside the foam. And you can see that's really easy to clean out, just like that, and it comes straight back out again. So they're just as easy to clean. You could also use your Sizzix brush. I'll link all of those tools up for you as well, so you'll have all those details in the description. So let me move my plates to the side, and we can make a really quick and easy project that's going to look wow using these dies that we just cut out. So here I have a alcohol inked panel. This is using that new Ranger hardcore board, and I made this in the alcohol ink video that you'll see in the top right hand corner at the moment. And we're going to just add on these butterflies that we made. So I'm going to bend them in the middle, and we're going to double layer them so that we have butterflies that are flying through our project. I have my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which works perfectly for these. So I'm going to layer a Distress Oxide on top of a silver, and a silver on top of a Distress Oxide. and we're going to have them flying across our project. And I did this the other day with a green panel, and I did smaller butterflies, and they just look great. And then what I'm going to do is mount them into a white box frame, and they just look amazing as pieces of home decor. So I'm just going to pop a little strip of deluxe adhesive through the middle. This is a really strong adhesive, and it will work on non-porous surfaces as well. Give it a little press down for a second. I'm going to do the same on this one. Just a little line of adhesive. It dries completely clear as well. So if you get a little bit of a smush out the side, I'm not worried at all. And the one thing I really like is it does work on Yupo. Many adhesives, I've tried so many adhesives, and they don't work on Yupo because of its acrylic properties. But a deluxe adhesive really does. So I'm going to have these flying in different directions. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm just going to put it down the spine here. And so I'm going to have one flying this way. And to start with, I'm just going to press it flat for a second. Give it a nice press and let it dry. I'm going to fold this one in half around its body. Now I'm going to let it fly this way. And give it a nice press down and put my lid on. The deluxe adhesive also has a really nice fine nib, and I've never had it clog up on me either. Every time I open it, it just flows nicely. And I've also heard that it's one of Greg's favourite adhesive. He has it in his toolkit as well. And he was going around Creativation telling everyone they should be using deluxe adhesive because it's liquid and it gives you movement and you can do all these things with it. So he's also a convert to my deluxe adhesive. And then what you can do is once it's dry, you can play around with your wings, and you can see you can get the different depth between the two sets of wings. So you can have one that flaps a little bit more than the others. So you can see there, look at all of that amazing detail. And you could also add maybe one of the smaller ones. You could heat emboss a small sentiment across here, which I might do later. You can see there, doesn't that look amazing? So that's just a quick and easy way to finish up a project. And as I say, I'm going to mount this into a box frame. You'll see it appear as a piece of decor on that back wall that we decorate each and every month. You may have noticed it changes on the first of the month. So I will finish that up later. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you love this blush Sizzix machine. You'll see it appearing all over the place. During the coming months, do grab them. They are limited editions. So once they've sold out, they've sold out. That is it. And I am in love with this. It's a great birthday present. Maybe just go and treat yourself to a new tool. If you're looking for a die cutting machine, I think it's a great option. It's also on sale right now, so check out that link in the description. Make sure you get to that lovely sale price as well. And I will see you again very soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell as well. And if you want to get more savings alerts and coupon codes, sign up to our Friday newsletter over at thehedgehoghollow.com. We send out one just once a week, and we let you know what all the latest steals and deals are going on with all of our favorite companies. And do give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review. I'll see you soon. Happy stamping. Bye.